What's happening? You already know it's the night show with the Skyla DJ Akademiks here. Special guest, Miss Lady London. Miss Do Something to You. We was dancing to it, walking in and all that stuff. So we having a lot of fun. So album out right now, S.O.U.L.
Yes.
And you took a lot of shots at a lot of different zodiacs on this one. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. So what's your thing with Taurus? Like Taurus and Libras, I felt like you sent the most shots.
That's actually hilarious. Because no shots were taken at Taurus at all.
It wasn't?
Taurus, along with a lot of other songs, were written in perspective, speaking as a Taurus, not against them. So when you listen to it again,
I'm gonna have to go back on that. Or maybe it was
maybe it was
Libra.
Oh, it's definitely Libra. Oh, I for sure.
Yeah, it was a Libra then. It was definitely a Libra.
Oh, I dissed them.
Yeah, oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
said that.
And Stubborn was one of my favorites. I definitely got some Nipsey vibes on that one too.
Yes,
I ain't gonna
that was
I got
inspiration.
big Nipsey vibes on Stubborn. I'm gonna
was
say
the
that too. I was riding to that one. But also with the album, I will say you were feeling very nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just run down just a few of the samples that I caught. The Best of Me, of course, would Do Something. You had the Loon Down For Me sample. You had the SWV Kenwe. You had Chingy One Call Away, Ja Rule, Down Ass Chick. And then the Lil Wayne Keisha. It was just like when I heard that, I was like, oh man, she's showing off now.
Yeah.
So what was the mindset when you picking these records, picking these samples, and just going into the studio and just putting this whole thing together?
Honestly, I want to pull from the archives more than anything. I think too often we do the most obvious samples. Like, it's like, it's overkill. Some people have done it like a million times. I really was digging. Like, even for the Chingy joint, I haven't heard nobody flip that record. If they have, it hasn't been in a long time.
Yeah, and that was the one with Amaretta as well.
Right.
Yeah, and y'all went in on that one.
Man, that's my girl. She's so talented. I handpicked all the features. But yeah, the samples were like, I wanted it to feel like old Clue tapes, like Murder Inc. back in the day, or like, some Desert Storm joint.
So actually, was there anybody that you wanted to work with that couldn't make this tape, or sent the open verse to and it didn't come back in time? Like what we may have missed on this one that we probably gonna get on the next one that you got in the archives?
Originally I wanted a Boogie on the Sagittarius record.
Oh, really?
He is a Sag too. He just was doing tour at the time, so it was like conflicting with our schedules. But yeah, I look forward to working with literally everybody.
Yeah, I see that. That would definitely be dope. That would definitely be dope. And what's also dope that you're on tour. You're outside now. You're outside. Your first solo tour. You're headlining. You're doing your thing. So let's talk about the mindset and the mental preparation that you got going on in that head of yours right now. Put us inside that head, which is not those shots, but it's a nice size place to be.
Yeah, it's pretty big in here. I'm nervous. I'm anxious for stuff to an extent, but I'm excited to build it out. I want people to see the full creative that I have in mind, and so I'm spending the next month really prepping for it.
So what are you putting in? Because I had this same conversation with Offset not too long ago. Because he's on his first solo tour. He's done of course the stadiums and all the big stuff with the Migos. But being his first solo tour, now it's more I would say not personal. What's the word I want to use? What's the word? Like intimate. That's the word. More intimate venues where you can actually see all the fans and feel all that. So he wanted to get like the stage settings and everything, particularly, and he put up his own money too. Yeah. And he made sure I mentioned that.
Yeah, it take a lot.
But so just with that being said, like what are you putting into like things that you gotta have a part of this tour on your stage set, your band, DJ? Like what is those little intimate things that those wrinkles that are gonna be so London that everybody's gonna see?
I think we underestimate the power of lighting in a space. It can set such beautiful tones, like the ambiance of lighting changing between songs, changing between interludes and transitions is so important. So my lighting needs to be so on point for me. That's the first thing I could think about. As far as stage design, I haven't thought much into it yet. I just know that I've pioneered a subgenre that I call rap and B. That's like, I'm probably the only one right now, female rapper out that's transitioning in that space where like I'm living in an R&B space while rapping. And I think that makes the stage show a little bit different. To your point, like Offset, I've seen him perform solo. Howard Homecoming last year, he's incredible. His energy is high, but that's the type of music he makes where it's like high energy, crowd interaction. I'm very melodic, kind of like, like I have my own softer tone to me. So bringing in the audience to my space will be very interesting.
All right, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And you are coming back home to Howard to do with the tour and perform. So I'm sure you're excited about that. So you know, being the real HU alum of Hampton. You know how it goes. Wow. I just love doing that.
Blasphemy is great.
They just take that so seriously, and they take the bait every time. It's just the facial expression I want.
It's like a dagger, like
and they'll never see it coming, but when you say it to somebody who went to Howard, say the real HU is Hampton, it's a wrap. That's when the fight starts. But I don't want no smoke, so we're not going to end the interview on that.
I want to wish Hampton a happy Founders Day on April Fool's Day coming up for all the fools that y'all are.
Oh man. So let's talk about though with Do Something. That's the new single right now.
Yeah.
You dropped the video. Definitely not what I was expecting.
Really?
No. Because I'm gonna tell you this. Because I first thought I was like, okay, she on a nostalgic feel. Maybe we gonna see the North Carolina jersey dress pop out.
Too ridiculous.
Maybe we gonna see it out. And then you went thin line between love and hate on it. So I was like, oh, okay, not what I was expecting. So let's talk through that creation of that, just making that video for you. Who was the treatment your idea?
Partly. I did all the year's treatment. I had some input with Do Something. We had to work around Jeremiah being on tour.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of it came.
That's one of the hardest working men in the business too.
Oh man, and the most talented, like literally, like top tier, and a sweetheart. But yeah, we had to work around him being in Milan at the moment when we were actually shooting. So I was like, how are we gonna do this? But I wanted to keep the people engaged and, kind of understand it. So yeah, I was like, why don't we do? I don't know. Let's switch it up a little bit. So yeah, I ended up messing with somebody else.
Well, I'm just glad you ain't throw my man out the top floor window like it really happened in the movie. You ain't really
no violence. No people were hurt in the
filming
filming of this movie.
Just some feelings got hurt. That's all. And but you did have some bars that I wanted to basically say was real rap, or I just want to ask you. You said nonchalant get you nonchalant.
Yeah.
So how mad do you actually get when you don't get a response to when you're maybe arguing and he just sitting there like, oh, all right.
Yeah, it's not gonna work for me. I need you very much so, Shalon. You need to be very active in this conversation. Otherwise, I'm really gonna feel like you don't care. So if you don't care, I don't care. Don't worry about it. Let's see who can't care more.
Wow.
Double down on it.
Which brings me to my next one, the petty. So you might have done it first, but I'm gonna do it worse.
Yeah.
So how petty is Lady London? Are you captain team petty, or you just like
Exactly what I said. Whatever you do, I'm doubling it.
So
but if you don't do nothing, then there's nothing to be done.
What's the pettiest thing you've ever done?
Okay, this is actually a fun story.
Yeah, I need a story. I love petty stories.
It wasn't for me, but my good friend of mine, like one of my best friends,
they always try to hide it and cover it up.
No, but it was fun. It was my idea.
It was my friend that did it.
No, it was me. It was me that did it. But it was my friend's situation.
Oh, okay.
She was going through it with this guy, and we drove to his house. She was like, I'm so mad. But I don't believe in damaging people's property. That's just one thing I will not do because I don't want it to happen to me. So she's like, I want to smash his windows out. I want to da-da-da-da.
She was listening to Jasmine Sullivan that day.
So I'm like, girl, no, that's too much. So we ordered this boot from Amazon.
Y'all booted his car?
Yeah, we ordered a boot from Amazon. It was $34.99. I don't want to get nobody no ideas, but it was $34.99. No lie. We booted his car outside. We parked up the street from his house. And he came outside to get his car and was calling the city, but nobody knew what he was talking about.
And y'all was right there?
We was right there up the street, dying laughing for like at least 30 minutes. Just stomach hurt laughing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he ended up I guess calling somebody. His friend came to get him. They drove we waited 5 minutes. We went to go remove it or whatever. But it was so fun. That was really.
Oh, so y'all did remove it that same day? Or y'all let him sit on it for a while?
No, we removed it because we don't want to sit around and wait for him to whatever. But it was so fun.
So did y'all tell him that it was y'all, or did he see y'all remove it, or was it
I'm sure he could hear this story here now. But I don't know. I'm not going to tell who we did it and how many years ago it was. But
it's a long time. Allegedly.
If I said the location, they would know who it is.
Man, yeah, you queen, y'all get the crown. You get the crown. We not messing. That's very creative.
You know why?
It takes a lot of thought to do that.
But I like when people are inconvenienced.
Time thing. Yeah, and you kind of A boot? Whew, that hurts your soul. Like, yeah, because that's very calculated and that hurts. But let's talk about get back to the album. Let's get back to the album. One of my favorites, like I said, was Stubborn. We talked about that with the Nipsey vibes.
Yeah.
What other inspirations, with certain songs that you would say we had kind of hit home and was kind of one of your favorites? Or I'm sure all of them, you love them all, but which ones like meant the most?
Yeah, they all mean a lot, like you said. I love the Act Like You Know record with Capella Gray. It just, that old Murder Inc. is something about it with the strings. You hear the Loon record come in, and it's just good. No, wait, which one is that? That's
that's down. That's straight. That's the Jaru sample.
Yeah. The Jaru joint. Yeah, it's just good. And I saw it being shot in New York, so hopefully we can get a video for it. Just to really personify like a toxic New York romance.
Okay. So how many more visuals will we get off the album?
I'm hoping for 3 more.
3 more? Okay,
yeah.
So is the one with you and Amaretta gonna be one of those?
We'll see.
All right, so we get 3 more. So we got 3 already.
There's 2 already.
Two already. We got 2 already. Okay, so that'll be 5 visuals, 13 tracks on the album. Still doing great. Been out since November and is aging well, which says a lot nowadays because albums come out. We hear them for a couple weeks and then we over it. Yeah. And yours is definitely aging well with the tour coming up. So, anything you want to tell the people at the DMV, how they can, what they can, more they can expect, I don't know if you're working on another one, if something else is in the works.
Just expect obviously more visuals, possibly another single, more cities, hopefully to the tour by the end of the year.
How many total cities do you have on it right now?
4 right now.
Just 4? Okay.
Yeah. So we're touching DC first. We're gonna hit Dallas, Houston, and Atlanta. So everybody in the DMV area, y'all pull up on me, Howard Theater, May 10th. We going up. It's gonna be lit.
That's right, Lady London, my special guest, the real HU Hampton alum.
Skin crawling.
Howard alum in the building. I promise you, she probably gonna swing on me after this. I just don't want no boot on my car. I'm telling you, I drive from Baltimore to DC, and there be a time crunch with this highway on 295. Just leave me alone. I promise. But let them know how they can follow you. How they can stream that album S.O.U.L that's out right now.
S.O.U.L is out right now on all streaming platforms. And you can follow me at Lady London, exactly how it's spelled. No underscores, no periods, on every social media platform.
And caveat. One thing, if you're going to ask Lady London a question, she is going to tell you the truth and she ain't going to hold back. So do not ask this girl a question if you don't want to know the answer. Because, like I said, on that panel we was on, you did, straight shots. She's like, I ain't going to lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
I really want to hear you say this one statement before we close.
What's
you're
that?
So Baltimore. I want to hear you say.
Oh, dude, you about to tell me say Doug or two or do some. This is the setup. Actually, because I'm more polished now. So I do radio. Shout out to Rain. She actually helped me with my accent over the years. So I'm not as hard as I used to be. But 2009. See, this is the boot on my car right here. This is her petty get back. This is calculated right here. I'm not saying it.
Say it, because it's all the same words to you. No. Read it again.
Oh my God. Here we go. Earned and iron.
That was really good. But how you would usually say it at your grandma's house?
I told you she calculated. Don't mess with these June cancers. I don't even rock with y'all. It's July cancers. That's the ones that's winning. I got 2 signs though. I'm a cuss.
Oh, July 21st.
22nd. I'm the 22nd.
Oh, you a Leo for real. You a Leo.
Well, everybody tell me I'm a Cancer, then they tell me I'm a Leo. I'm just confused. That's my birth date is. So I'm right there in the middle. So there it is. I'm a Cancer Leo. But either way, it's July.
That's for sure. Certain. It is July.
And we ain't getting no shots on your album, so I'm cool. I'm cool.
Cancer.
What is your favorite sign?
Cancer.
That's your favorite. You're a Cancer. I'm talking about competitively.
Oh, Scorpios.
Scorpios, okay. Friends.
I like grounded people. So Taurus, Virgos.
Anybody but a Libra.
Yeah, no. Nah, they're some good friends. I just can't date them.
All right. Lady London, my special guest. Thank you again, darling. More congratulations on the album. Congratulations on the tour. More success. And yeah, come back around.
Yes. Thank you so much.